Carson Wentz, Nick Foles. You know what? I love them both.
Kick the red, double move on the red.
Yo everybody, how you doing? King Ding back here. So I got an injury update for you guys on Nick Foles. Now this is just breaking and it's important. Foles hurt his shoulder last night. We were all scared. It looked bad. I really thought it looked bad. It was going to be worse. We went for tests, x-ray, and it turns out that it's not that big of a deal. It's a minor injury. He won't miss too much time. And this is good news. We can take a deep breath. A very deep breath, because Foles is going to be okay. And the chances are he may start week 1. We need him. You know, I know a lot of people, I know there was a lot of controversy today over this whole Nick Foles. You know, he was struggling last night, and some fans were saying, oh gosh, he couldn't do it again. He was a one-trick pony. Other fans are getting mad at this. You know, it's very interesting to me. I don't worry about Nick Foles. If Nick Foles needs to win a big game, I trust that he can. A preseason game that they don't game plan, that they're not trying to win, that they don't even have their full team out there, I'm not worried about it. If Foles struggled, the offensive line stunk last night. He took a lot of hits. It's no big deal. It was preseason. You know, let the Patriot fans enjoy last night and feel that they got revenge. It don't matter. They can win the preseason game. We won the Super Bowl. So I'm not really worried about it. You know, but I think, like, with the Foles-Wentz situation, I think that 3 factions have basically formed for Eagle fans. You have the first faction that is glad the Eagles won the Super Bowl, but they're not super glad. They don't feel fulfilled because it wasn't Carson Wentz. And because it wasn't Carson Wentz, they can't fully enjoy it. Then you get the second faction who loves Carson Wentz, knows that he's the starting quarterback, he is the future, he is the generational talent, and when he's healthy, and only when he's healthy, not early, but when he's healthy, 100%, he has to come back in and play. But those people also love Nick Foles. They love Nick Foles for what he did. He is a sports legend in Philadelphia for what he did, and his legacy is secured as a Philadelphia Eagle. But when it comes time to put a guy in, they're going with Carson Wentz. Then you get the third faction, and the third faction is basically, I don't know even what you call it, maybe Wentz haters, or they want Foles to be the franchise quarterback. They want this team to be Foles for the future because he won a Super Bowl. He deserves the team. So they think that, hey, keep Carson Wentz out 4, 5, 6 weeks. Nick Foles will come in. They'll go 4, 5-0, and then they'll never be able to put Carson Wentz in again, and we'll move forward with Nick Foles. Now, I've had many arguments with people like this. I disagree with that 100%. I think trading Wentz or not allowing Wentz to play when you have a guy who has the ability to be a Hall of Famer, a generational talent, you never leave him on the bench. You never take away the keys to the franchise. You don't do it. I don't care for who, not for anybody. The kid's 25, 26 years old. He is the future. So you have these 3 factions, and they're arguing and they're fighting. And anytime something happens with Wentz or Foles, they all start arguing amongst each other. Me, personally, I love Carson Wentz. I know he's a generational talent. I know that he has the ability to be a Hall of Famer. But I love Nick Foles. I love Nick Foles. I don't have to love one or the other. I can love them both. I love Carson Wentz because he's my favorite player in the league. He's my favorite player in the league. And I think he's one of the best young quarterbacks in the league. And I wouldn't trade him for anything. And I wouldn't give Foles the keys to the franchise over him because he's too good. But I love Nick Foles for what he did. To win the Super Bowl the way he won it. Okay, I couldn't ask for a better way to win a Super Bowl. A backup quarterback comes in, you're underdogs the whole way, and you go and you beat the greatest quarterback possibly of all time. Is that not the underdog story? Is that not the Philly story? Is that not what we are about? I love that. I think to win a championship the first time like that, it's an amazing thing. You could write a movie on it. And what Nick Foles did, I love Nick Foles always for what he did. But the future is Carson Wentz, and it always will be. And there's no middle ground. It's Carson's team when he's ready and when he's healthy. Whether he's healthy week 4, whether they're 8-0. Well, I don't care when. He's ready to play, he plays. And that's my thoughts on all this stuff that's been going on, over the last 24 hours. These factions fighting. I love Carson. I love Nick Foles. And you know what? I love the Eagles. So with that said, I hope you all have a great day. Take care. Talk to you later. And don't be a dingbat.